I'm ready. Here we are in the airport. Well then. Well, let's go and see what we find at the vortex of all this. I have a guess. Well, here's another one of these. All right, before we go talk to him, let's see if there's anything down here. No? No? Okay. Didn't exactly stick that soft field landing, huh? Well, not like I had much practice on an actual grass strip. Okay. He takes her up and crashes, doesn't he? What? Is that it? So, you think this is a case of schizophrenia? No. Well, with that, the patient usually has trouble actively distinguishing delusions from reality. But in this case, I get the feeling that he's actually well aware of it. Still can't say for certain, but I'm leaning towards some kind of defense mechanism instead. No, I think she's wrong. The more curious question is how she's able to materialize here so vividly. That being said, could she still hear us? Oh, I don't know about that, but it should be just a normal memory playback now. What's up here? Alright, there's progress. I want to click on these guys just to make sure there's nothing else. Alright, come on! I'm ready for the truth! What you waiting for? Come on! Haven't you ever heard of the phrase, stop and smell the roses? There are flowers on top of the hill too, you know. I'll race you there. Not that way. Hey, I was thinking, it's a little windy today. Maybe we should come back some other time instead. Yep. Sounds like an accident to me. Oh, don't be such a downer. We're practically already there. Hey, remember when we played Catch Me If You Can? The wind? It wasn't there a moment ago. Did she, like, literally just fall off a cliff? Okay, what's the matter now? Let's just rest here for a while. Again, you've barely walked any steps. Hey, I'm the one who has to carry this thing uphill. Oh, I just thought you'd have gotten stronger by now, that's all. Cello got bigger too, you know. Just come and sit here with me for a bit, will ya? Do you remember the first time we came here? Well, which first time? Well, the second one, I guess. The one where I tried to race you up the hill? Oh yeah, that was a dumb move. You sure were excited to take me up there, you know. Yeah, it had been a while since I took anyone there. It's still one of my favorite places. I've always liked how it overlooked the city. It really has been a while, hasn't it? I rather miss going there. So why are you hesitating? Huh? I mean, we're mere steps away from there, you know. Huh. Okay. Why are you stopping every step along the way? He doesn't want to go up there. So she died up there, and he had them implant that she didn't die, that she lived on. And he's too scared to go back up there because he knows what happened? I don't know. Stop kidding yourself, Colin. You're not tired, and it's not the wind. We've already come so far. You know as well as I what we have to do. Shit's about to go down, guys. First time we came here? That was the first time I accompanied you to play the scales too, wasn't it? Yeah, it helped. Still does, actually. Well, no one likes to practice scales alone. But you could never actually hear what I was playing, could you? He couldn't hear? Where? It's nice up there today. It always is. You don't have to leave anymore. I can fly now. Wherever you go, I can go with you. You really are stubborn, aren't you? Don't you think you're getting a bit too old for me to stay? People would laugh at you if they knew. They can laugh all they want. I don't care. You made me who I am today. I learned to fly because of you. I kept playing the cello because of you. You taught me to practice the scales. No, Colin. I can't teach you anything you don't know. Or can I make you do anything you don't want? Maybe all you really wanted was for someone to be there. Even if it was just someone like me. I know it's mesmerizing here, Colin. But you've been spending so much time with me and imagining what couldn't be. Don't you think you're forgetting what actually is and all that could be? Sometimes, stepping out of this little world we've made is the only way to notice and appreciate all the beautiful things all around you. I don't want to be alone. Sure, if I go, you'll be alone at times, even when you don't want to be. But it's all part of growing up, and it's all part of life. It's what makes fleeting moments with loved ones treasured, and our memories precious. It's also what drives you to seek out what you wouldn't find if you just stayed here with me. There's a lot out there just waiting for you, Colin. I can't promise it'll always be good, but I know you won't find all that you need living only in these pages of ours. You brought me into this world. I won't forget that. Well, some things are meant to stay. Some are only meant to carry you so far. In my own way, you know I will always be there to protect you. And whatever comes, if it's something we could do, then it's something you could do. What do you say, Colin? Are you ready? And that's where she disappears. I don't know. I don't think I'm ready for it to end. I don't care what you are or aren't. You were my first real friend. Hey, this doesn't have to be the end for us. One day you might look back and realize how fast this precious life has passed you by. And on that day, I'll come back once more. We'll talk like how we used to talk, and you'll tell me about your day. No, about your life. You'll tell me about what a happy life you've had, and all the nice memories you've made. I might not have such a happy life, you know. You're such a downer, you know that? Have a little faith in yourself, Colin. Of course you will. I know you will. It may take a long time, and it may take a lot of work and effort. But when that day comes, I know you have lots of happy memories to share. It's almost time. How much have you written in that book by now? You've replaced its pages so many times, huh? I must talk a lot. Sorry about that. But now that I'm going, perhaps you could finally spare more pages for other things. It's your book. You don't have to always write about me anymore. It's just like life, right? Same book filled with all kinds of different pages, as it should be. Time for a new chapter, Colin. Take care of yourself, alright? Hey. I still haven't said goodbye yet. You already have, Colin. Aww. A long, long time ago. I like that the memory was tied to the wind, right? It's tied to a feeling. She never came back, did she? I guess not. Wonder if she's a cause or an effect. Huh? As in, do you think Colin's unhappy because she never came back again? If Colin only wanted to see her again, I doubt he would have needed to call us. Yeah, so perhaps her absence at the end meant that he was already unhappy by then. Well, back to square one. Oh, this place is destabilizing again. We don't have much time left. Let's move. We have to make do with what we have. Wait, do we even know what we're doing with him yet? I've had a few ideas to try, but we still need to link the mementos first. Let's get back to the old world and figure things out while we do that. Alright. What the? Exactly. Wait, I still feel like not everything is at... Oh. In my own way, I'll always be there to protect you. I feel like everything's not as it seems. Because right now, as it stands, she was not exactly an imaginary friend, but a fictional friend, if you want to go that route. And I don't know, he felt like he wasn't alone when he was writing about her, I suppose. You know, what's taking you so long? This place is falling apart. There's no time to wait for him. Connect Colin's life. Yeah. Oh, wait, I wanted the damn plane. There we go. Thank you. Cello? Book and hibiscus. I think that's all of them, but... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hell yeah! Was that a... Who was that? Who was that, guys? What is this place? Okay, this is very bizarre. His memories, they're falling apart. But in the blink of an eye, suddenly there's no more time. And I find myself here just like everyone else. I just want to feel like I've done enough in this world before I go, you know? Well, that's why we're here, Colin. Tell us your regrets. What is it that you want us to fix? Yeah, we already know about all this. I want you to make me live that fulfilling life without changing anything I've been through. Good luck with that, guy. Another one there. Call them. But when you go through the procedure and live that new life, just hold on to something from here. It's not like that, Fia. I won't forget about you. Just hold on to something from here. Yeah. The aquarium. We only have so little time in this life, and we'd never be able to do all that we want. No matter what we do, there'd always be other things we'd want to try, other paths to take. Yep. Their honeymoon that he ruined. Shit! Did it spill on your dress? Hey, just one more excuse to jump into the lagoon. See, that's the spirit. You know, we don't have to waste all that lemon juice. Have you ever tried writing with it? Lemon juice? No, why? And then prepare to be mind blown by some elementary school magic. Get this, it's invisible ink. Invisible ink? Yep, the writing appears in color only when you heat the paper up. So, he started writing that book, and that book after he learned this from Sophia. Come on, I'll show you. Let's write something with it. It's been a while since I've written. Well, never too late to start again. How about a letter? Well, to who? Each other, of course. We could write about this trip. It's been kind of a journey, hasn't it? And at the end of it, we could show each other what we wrote of it all. He doesn't want to write. It'll bring her back. Why was this not a part of the memory earlier? Why would you even consider... Why would you toss aside everything we have for something make-believe? I'm not tossing anything aside. That's us. We all have regrets, be it righting a wrong or a dream long past. At Sigmund Corp, we give you that second chance to make things right. Because with our help, it's never too late. Wait, these don't seem like just randomly scattered memories. Could it be that the sedative's wearing off? I wanted to go over there, but I suppose I cannot. This child, you are different, even from the man you were when I first met you. You're no longer aloof, you know? When you're here, you're actually here. Oh my god, I thought those were pigtails, but that's just him and that's the seat. I'm like, wait, when was there a little girl? I know it's mesmerizing here. Faye spoke after a pause, shifting her gaze back up to the sky. But you've been spending so much time with me and imagining what couldn't be. Don't you think you're forgetting what actually is and all that could be? Okay, look, I got it. I got your message, you hear me? I know you're still here. You can come and get me now. Damn it, I really thought it was her. Still may be, guy. Wait, is that really the only way to... I still feel like we don't have the whole story here. So his wife introduces him to invisible ink, and he starts writing in the book again. Where the hey have you been? I figured it out, Eva. I figured out the impossible. I mean, it took an unholy amount of spoon feeding, but I guess that's what it takes when we're on the inside of it? What are you talking about? Yes, just what are you talking about? Oh. The sedative, it wore off already? You don't sound too happy about it. We're here to help Colin, and you're the mental process that's in the way. Well, lucky for you, that can be amended now, can't it? So it looks like we're about out of time. If you're going to erase me for good, you might as well hurry. No, we're not going to erase you. We're going to erase us. Wait, what? Colin never needed our service, Eva. He already had her. The ability to change his reality, to live in a different world. One that filled the gaps of what he wanted, all in his head. She is what we do, Ava. And yet, she left. She left, which could have only meant one thing. What are you trying to imply? No, that can't be right. What we do is different from just this. How is it different? Because there's more to it. There's more to what we do. We fulfill wishes. We give meaning to people's lives. What we do, it has to be more than just that of an imaginary friend. It's a lot more elaborate for sure. But for someone who had a fight just to let go of fantasy and embrace reality, maybe our existence was merely an unwelcomed amplifier. A reminder of the make-believe, the imaginary, and the endless possibilities that make reality seem less than what it is. Hey, you two, things aren't looking good with the patient. I don't know what you're up to, but you might want to get out of there. And by might wanna, I mean need to. After all that, huh? I guess none of this even matters anymore. There's no way we'd still have the time to implement any actual changes. No, we may not have the time. But what about her? She's already linked to the machine's interface, right? Without us, all procedures would be internalized, so much could be done in a fraction of a moment. You're suggesting give sole control of the machine to a mental process of the patient? The ethical implications of that hasn't been done for good reasons. It hasn't been done because no patient has had a chance like this. Besides, what's our alternative? Just leave and mark this as a write-off? But what about the legal complications? In the contract it says... Oh, come on, Eva. When has the contract stopped us? Guys... Go on, I'll be right behind. Don't say I never trust you. Why are you doing this for us? Well, if I were Colin and on my last breath, I'd trust you over two strangers in white coats, right? Strangers, huh? Your colleague was right about one thing. There's more to what you do than just playing God with people's memories. You've been here for just a day yet. In all of his lifetime, no one else has truly seen the world through his eyes, like you have. And, well, you're kind of the first I've been able to meet, too. In some silly way, maybe that's a part of what Colin really wished for. It was one heck of a meet and greet, that's for sure. Full admin access transferred to unknown, something Faye. Cred, what? Cred, yeah. Cred TL number. You gonna be alright? Just a little nervous, I guess. Well, given the circumstances, I'd say that's pretty alright. Hey. Do you think that in some ways I've truly existed? Well, for what it's worth, I think all our memories and everything in it can be nothing but the fiction we tell ourselves. Good luck out there. Colin's counting on you. His blood pressure is dropping. Vital signs are fading fast. I think he's letting go. sorry for your loss. Please take all the time you need. I'll be in the living room with the paperwork. When they're ready, I'll let them know. Always a little stark, isn't it? Seeing it like this after just having been in there? It is what it is. I'm just a little cold. Felt warmer in there. What we did back there? Do you know if it worked? Well, it's hard to say. I'll try to dig through the data afterward, but... well, it's never been done like this before. I don't know how coherent it'd be. Guess we got another mess of a report to write. We can take care of that when the dust settles. In the meantime, I just remembered something. The book. So did you succeed? There was a complication. We tried to cope with something unorthodox, but I'm not sure if we'll ever know what really happened in those last moments. I want to know! Hey, Sophia said you got a lighter? Yeah? So the last moments, he already pre-wrote his last moments, and we're gonna find out.
I never stood up very tall. I think my voice was fairly small. But there were times I'd want to shout, though my thoughts weren't sorted out. So I'd stumble and I'd fall. I learned to fly because of you. So if you left, I could go too. And everything you saw in me, that's what I wanted to be. Did I make it after all? All the grass on the other side. Is it only greener in my mind? I'd still want it the same, because trading my yesterday is to wish my life away. As we dream and as we grow, we have to learn to let things go. But let the wonder never fade, though we've turned 10,000 pages, flying high or stuck below. I've searched for meaning amidst doubt. I finally figured that part out. And all the stories inside me feels like I'm bursting at the seams. And you're here after all. All the grass on the other side. Is it forgetting my yesterday is to wish my life away.
Thought the grass was greener. Looking for something old-timer? It's been a while, huh? Long while. You haven't changed much. And whose fault is that now? Listen, I wish it were under better circumstances, but I know. I wish I still had the time to tell you about all that's happened since then. It's okay. I was there. I'm only here to say goodbye. Just tell me one thing, though. Do you still have any regrets? Regrets. Yeah, I have a lot of those. But that's okay. The chances I missed, the mishaps, and all that I wish I had, well, they were all still a part of it. They made way for all that I do have. And what I do have, I wouldn't trade it for anything else in the world. That's all I wish to hear. Go on. They're waiting for you. It's time to go home. Hey, Colin. Sorry I had to leave back then. Thanking you for having been there, even though nobody else was. Well, that's an interesting take. So he, with the whole premise of these games, right, is the grass is greener, right? People wanting to change their regrets, change their history, so they can die without regret. And that whole premise is the grass is greener, isn't it? So the angle he took in this game was that maybe perhaps the grass is not greener. I am going to stick around for the end of the credits. You know, to the moon, after the credits, there was still stuff. So we're going to do that here. Usually it was... Well, in To the Moon, they had a little bit about the game itself, but it turned into something more about Neil. We'll see what we get here. So he wasn't sure what he wanted. He just felt like he had a lot of regret. He hired Sigmund Corp to do what they do. And they went in there, and for however, I don't know, he kind of realized, like, you know, there's nothing to change. Those mistakes, those regrets, those too made me who I am. And they ended up not changing really anything at all. And the finish of his story was pre-written by him. One thing I wish we got to see was Sophia's perspective in regards to him getting the procedure done. We knew she was not happy with it, but I want to know more about what she thinks. So, where are you? At my scotch, drinking home. You said you'd be here. I said I'd visit, like we always do. Not attend the funeral. When was the last time we even did that? I know, but I just thought we owe it to him after... Dr. Rosalene? We're about to start. Go on, I'll get my turn. Do we get to see Sophia make a speech? I hope. Alright, enjoy your scotch. He's lying. You know it. What is he doing? What's he up to? Now, where were we? He's fixing the crap he did to his machine. Ooh, not looking sketchy at all, Neil. I asked you to knock, not hack my lock. Switching to digital was a terrible idea. Why didn't you just keep both locks on? Dagnabbit, Rob, I don't know why she even got you involved. Look, we don't have long. Are you guys still in or not? You betcha. So, is that the solution you were talking about? Yep, that's her. Episode 2, Finding Paradise. That's her? Her who? To the Moon, Sigmund Corp, Minnesota 1, A Bird Story, Minnesota 2, and then Finding Paradise. Hopefully, we don't get the next one in a few years. I just really like the format of these games, right? And I guess it's going to be hard for him not to make it repetitive, right? You go in, you're not sure exactly what's going on, you go into the past, you fix regrets, and then you live happily ever after. And you gotta be careful not to fall into that for each game. You gotta change it up, and it felt like he changed it up a bit here, with this guy kind of feeling like, well, maybe the grass isn't greener. Maybe I made a mistake making the phone call. But it's gonna be hard going forward, right, to produce something new, and not just something that was To the Moon. I felt that it was a worthy sequel, right? With To the Moon, you get one of what a lot of people consider one of the most emotionally charged games of all time, right? when people talk about, you know, what games made them cry or what games made them feel, a significant amount of people, the first game that comes to mind is To the Moon, and then you get a few others. You get like Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons and whatnot, but it's always To the Moon. And how do you follow up something like To the Moon with so many people loving it like that? And I felt he did a fantastic job following up. I thought it was a worthy sequel. I really enjoyed the game. And the music was phenomenal, of course, as was in the first one. The dialogue was great. The dialogue was, it was better in some ways and not as good in others. I felt like the English was a little better in this one than in the first game. But I don't know. I want to know who she is at the end. Do you think it's Ava? Because remember, we thought at the end of To the Moon, Neil takes his pills, right? And then you see the heart bleep. And that, in this universe, signifies that the person is... they're dying, right? Or something's happening. They're dying. So people kind of speculated that Neil was dying. And that's where the inception theory came in. And that's, well, this only happens while they're inside someone's mind. So what's going on there is, where are we in Neil's mind doing all these procedures for Neil? Maybe these are all of Neil's failed procedures from the past, right? So Neil hires Sigmund Corp at the end to go in there and fix his regrets. And his regrets are his failed procedures. First one being Johnny, and second one being Colin. So that's the theory that I think a lot of people have, and it's hard to argue with that. This here made it seem like perhaps it's Ava, right? Because she was calling about the funeral and Neil. Neil was saying he was drunk and at home. Maybe he was talking to her through whatever, right? So this kind of redirects that question over to Eva. One of the two. I have a feeling that's how the series will end. If he does another game like this, I don't know if he's going to do a trilogy. I don't even know if he has plans to do a third game. Who knows? I hope he does. And hopefully we can get answers to what's going on outside of these clients of theirs. Anyways, I would like to know how you guys feel. How'd you feel about this? Was it better than To the Moon? How did you feel? In which ways it was better or worse? Do you think Neil or Eva are in some kind of Inception scenario? I'm curious to hear what you guys think. But anyways, I'm signing off. I really enjoyed it. And we'll see you guys in the next series. Bye-bye.